Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and today we are going to be discussing about something that has basically caused a holocaust throughout this entire world, and it was something called Pokemon. So, it was only fictional once, but scientists actually managed to make real-life Pokemon, and now these Pokemon are being forced by people to fight to the death. And it's a huge competition. It is way more intense than when it was a video game. And one day, somebody might challenge you to a Pokemon battle, and both of your Pokemon will attack. And since this is extremely new, you are not going to know how to play, obviously. And if you don't know how to play, your Pokemon is as good as dead. Ha ha! And sometimes that could lead to serious harm to you and maybe death. Okay. So today, I'm going to be teaching you how to play Pokemon trading card game. You're going to need it, so watch this video. There are lots of stuff you need to know to this game, but I'm not going to be able to explain it all in one video. Today, I'm just going to be teaching and educating you about the basics of the game and how your side of the board is going to be set up. Here we go. So, this is your side of the playing field. Right here is your hand. So, what your hand is going to do is hold energy cards and other Pokemon. And here is also your drawing, where you draw. You're supposed to draw at the beginning of every turn. We'll get to there in a second. But at the hand, you can hold energy cards and Pokemon. And we also have the bench. So the bench is where you hold other Pokemon. If you play the video games, just imagine as this active Pokemon just attacking, while the other ones are just waiting in Pokemon balls. So, yeah. And these are prize cards. Prize cards are the most common way to win a Pokemon match. Every time you knock out an opponent's Pokemon, you draw one card. Draw one prize card. If you run out of prize cards, you win the game. But I'll be explaining the other ways you can win in a second. Now, let's get to the active Pokemon. The active Pokemon is the only one that can attack. And now, let's look at abilities, starting with this one. So, there will be attacks and abilities. For example, an attack, Slash, there isn't any effect, so it doesn't say anything. And there's only a number next to it, saying how much damage it's going to deal. So this attack, obviously attacks and abilities are not free. You may have noticed these symbols on all the cards. Well, the energy cards, so you need to get an energy card. For example, a green. Get a green out of your deck, attach it to the Pokemon. You can only attach one energy card per turn. You can attach it to any of them, including your active, all of them in your bench, but not the Pokemon in your hand. They have to be either active or in your hand to be able to be eligible for energy. So, once you have the required amount of energy, you can attack. And you may have noticed these white ones. This is not a type of energy card. If it's colorless, that means any type of energy card will do, no matter what type. So, that's pretty much all. But let's get to the basic things. Here is the Pokemon's HP. This is how much damage it'll handle until it's knocked out. But the active Pokemon is the only one that can get hurt too. So, be aware of that. And the name. You can only have up to 4 Pokemon of the same name. Keep that in mind. And evolution. what you can, if you have a character, if you have a Pokemon at the same name, and a stage above it, there's basic, stage 1, stage 2 Pokemon. This is stage 1, but I don't have a basic one with the same name, so it can't evolve. You simply put it atop of a basic Pokemon with the same name, and you can evolve, giving it access to stronger attacks. So that is basically all for today. Yeah, but the drawing pile is where you draw at the beginning of every turn, and that's it. And also, the ways to lose are if you run out of cards at the beginning of your turn, you lose the game. And also, if you run out of Pokemon, you also lose. And the discard pile is where knocked out Pokemon go. So keep that in mind. Now that Pokemon really exists now, it has been pretty much a kill or be killed world around here. And it is very important and essential to know how to play in case somebody decides to challenge you. And that's part 1. Those are the basics. So that's how a game is set up. It'll be the same thing on the other side of the board where your opponent will be. So keep that in mind. I want you to remember everything that you have been told in this video. And if you forget or something, just watch this video again. A lot of people don't know how to play this game. So yeah. And that's all. And good luck out there, champ. You'll need it. That's all for today on how to play Pokemon trading card game.